Here is the worst garden I have ever grown in my 7 years of avid gardening. And I wanted to share this with you guys because as I was going through the footage, and at first I was thinking about how lame it was and all of the things I knew I could do better, and I didn't do better, mostly because I was working 50 to 60-hour weeks in the summer. I was also overcome with so much joy and gratification and looking forward to next year and next season the way a child looks forward to Christmas. And it's in moments like that I get emotional. I'm so thankful to be able to have this because I know not everybody has a space to garden in. And I know that so many of us do feel better when our hands are in the dirt for half the year. And I know it has brought me closer to God and the creator of all of this because the design is so magnificent. And to just be a steward of nature and to see the way that plants want to grow. They want to grow for us. They want to be there for us. God made everything we need. Here are my fruit trees in the middle. I kept them inside. That was a big mistake. I'll never do that again. In the fall and winter, I ordered them in the fall and kept them in. And that's why they look so poorly, because they are doing poorly. There's some little flower seedlings that were overshadowed quickly by those summer squash plants, and I should have known better than to plant those at the same time. I do know better. I didn't cover the soil because by the time we spent all the money we did on these beds, we didn't have money for the mulch. I tend to use pet bedding because hay is often contaminated, and it's so difficult to find mulch for organic growing, like good mulch when you're growing food. I'm sure the gardeners out there know what I mean. And this waist-high bed was so helpful because I have hernias as well as other health issues. To be able to grow so much waist-high, it was like worth the investment. And my husband built it. It's mostly out of cedar fence pickets, and I believe those posts are pine. And even so, even the worst garden in the worst year, it still gave us so much. As you can see here, the cucumber plant's taking off. Even though I didn't get exactly what I wanted to, was not successful with the root vegetables, mostly because we used a hugelkultur method to fill the beds, meaning we put a lot of logs and sticks and leaves that will take years to break down in the soil and compost we also added. Do you see the vining plant in the back? That's a summer squash from South America that's round. I love growing different varieties. It's just so fun to see old friends and meet new friends. Like, that's what it feels like when I grow things in the garden. And I don't mean to make it sound like me, because that's not it. It makes you feel more connected. Because as I said, I believe I'm just a steward. These things want to be there for us. They want to grow. And it's only my fault that I didn't grow more. Here's a Mexican sunflower or Tithonia with a sleeping bee on it. Somebody in a gardening forum said she finds sleeping bees on her Tithonias often. And the next morning I found one. And I noticed throughout the season they do seem to favor them when they're sick or, on their way out. They don't go back to the hives, and it's just so precious to see them. All pollinators. It's just so lovely, this design that we're a part of, and how nature knows how to do what to keep it thriving. Permaculture and growing food in a closed loop system is something I'm very passionate about, and I feel like it can bring us back from this brink we're on. Here's cosmos and calendulas. Calendulas are such an easy flower to grow and great to make skin salves out of. I believe these ones are zeolite and Pacific Beauty across, those ones with the outer edges that are orange. And they're just so much fun. Easy to collect seeds from. They seem to be pretty pest resistant. I don't think I've ever had a calendula get a leaf ate up by a bug. And these ones that are very big that I'm zeroing in on right now, those are Resina. I bought those from Botanical Interests. Absolutely, the biggest. They're long enough to be, in bouquets. They're beautiful. And supposedly they have the most oil of any type of calendula in them. Flowers are a universal symbol of joy, love, and grief, and that is why they are universally given as gifts during these times, and something I feel like connects us all as human beings. They are so wonderful, and a lot of the flowers I grow have therapeutic benefits as well as decorative benefits. I like to grow a few kinds of wormwood to make wreaths out of. So I hope by now you guys are kind of as excited as me for next year's garden, because I promise I will share a lot with you. Thank you for watching.